Finish the sentence. We are the North Korea. Nope, it's me equals Europe. We are the North equals Europe. Yun sabi mo? Tinanong ko eh! Ano yung nakakisyo mo? Ayaw ko naman mag-ayun. Di ba? Sino sa akin? Wait lang. Sayang chill ito. Wait lang siya. Diba sa ito? I'm gonna rage quit and you're just gonna say it. You won't even manage to my ass. Hindi na kayo na. Yan ka! Disappointment launch.
God keep
Warn kita. Sige. Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, BA. I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
All right, let's check out San Antonio's starting lineup. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle. Then there's Devin Vassell. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's MP in at the 4.
And the 3 ball is just another way that MP can hurt you.
The scientifically impossible for me to bring up feelings that happened. You should have bring up
Now here's
feelings.
Pirtle. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a
line
game.
so weak.
Dick with a
It's
miss.
just so weak. Like,
Now here's MP, guarded by Dick. Hey, puts up a 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. And going against San Antonio, their first meeting of the year. Pass to Pirtle. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Around the league, there's a lot of appreciation for how well-defined Jakob Poeltl's game is. He wants to rebound, block shots, and score inside. Simplistic,
si
but
Baby,
effective.
di naman siya tayo pwede laruin. Or ay papa. Pwede ka ng launcher. Yun lang langan.
And so he makes both
that
from the line.
part. You just need a launcher.
And just about a minute into this first quarter. Gives us a chance to catch up with Ali LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Darko Rajakovic, and they have to deal with one of the quickest guys in the league in De'Aaron Fox. Coach told me it's almost impossible to stay in front of De'Aaron, so we'll try to give whoever is guarding him help, especially if Fox gets rolling. We'll see how that plan works.
Great work, Ali. Thanks. No problems knocking that one down.
Well, Barnes hitting threes spells some trouble. This offense starts to hum.
Brent, we've seen Quickly step up as a team leader since he came into the league.
Well, he's had tremendous confidence in what it is that he brings to a basketball team from the very beginning. It's taken him a little bit of time to gain that in the NBA setting, but he is now asserting himself as a floor general.
Now here's Barnes, 15 in his last outing. Vassell with the rebound.
I get angry.
The Spurs have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Out to the right wing. Back to MP. Pulls up. Ooh, pops the J after a cagey pass fake. MP's got his third basket on the night right there. Outside Dick. To the paint. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Scotty's such a good dunker. This is why the D can't let Barnes get that deep inside.
MP inside. He's guarded by Barnes. Here's Quickly. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Here's MP. The jumper from the wing off target.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Johnson, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Number 0, Keldon Johnson.
Left side Dick.
Like,
It's Dick.
you just fired, honestly.
Pass to Castle.
You're
MP
so
with it.
deep fried that you have to get deep fried.
There's a minute 59 left in the first quarter of the game.
His touches left him in this quarter nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Here's Dick. Rebounded by Fox. San Antonio trailing here. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And what an athlete Johnson is. Fantastic at using his vertical to make an impact on the offensive glass.
Oh no. We want to play.
And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Outside
We want
Dick.
to play.
And we're just over 3.5
We want to
minutes into this first quarter.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
MP inside. Guarded by Dick. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. You usually want to find some teaching moments.
No. Not fair, and not fair.
Spurs with some changes.
What was that big
Wembanyama checked in for Trent Capella. MP comes in for Sohail.
Boss,
Devin Vassell
Eagle
in
drop
for
Daya.
Johnson.
I don't agree if Eagle drop Daya.
So on the floor for the Spurs, they've got Castle, Wembanyama out there with MP. Then there's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Vassell in at the 3.
I just hate King.
Making them pay from deep.
And you know, in this quarter, they've really brought up their shooting.
There's a lot out there.
Raptors trail by 12. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last turnout against the Lakers was outstanding. He contributed 40 points, and he's a tremendous three-point shooter. We saw that again last game. Putting in a performance like that really builds momentum in your direction. We'll see how far he rides that wave tonight, guys.
It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
Sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
MP looking around. Out to Fox. Back to MP. Beyond the arc. Hurdle grabs a miss. Hurdle's got 5 rebounds in the game.
It's impressive how they've overcome
Can I
this
be like
tonight.
my
Everyone's
two
stepping in
powers?
to fill the gap.
The 3 from Barnes. Rebound by San
Decided
Antonio.
to start
They
getting
held
my
a
cake
12-point
open.
lead earlier. Coming into this, having notched to win against the Lakers in their last game.
And at the offensive end,
The blue
they
way.
were lights out in that game. They found all
Big
sorts
and
of
blue.
ways to punish the D.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game. Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Vassell's shot is good.
And when Wings take it down low, good things happen.
Raptors trail by 7.
Maangin na naman
Barrett
sa
passes
akin
it
yung
quickly.
labas.
Here's Pirtle. Barnes finds Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. MP making a long-range connection. And here's Dick.
JK, you're adopted.
40 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to quickly. Pirtle with a screen on Fox. And he lobs it up. Stolen by Wembanyama. Castle for three. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. And it's an 11-point Spurs lead.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Kiki, you're adopted.
Outside Dick.
Come on, man. I like your play.
Pass to Barnes. The three from Quickly. That shot is off. And so it's San Antonio closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. We'll be back in a moment.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
And for that game against the Celtics, on paper, these teams are pretty even. So what will be the determining factor there, Ernie? I'm not sure, but they gotta avoid mental errors.
Shaq, you agree with Kenny?
Not on most things, but this case, yeah,
Maybe.
yes.
It took you too long.
Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Toronto Raptors.
When you have fewer possessions than your opponent, your chances decrease. They have to.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us.
Game 5.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Well, you hear team execs say all the time, you're either selling wins or you're selling hope. How true is that, Brad?
Well, if you're an executive BA, just be right about whatever it is that you're selling. And you got to be realistic. I mean, fans are smart. They understand where your team is. Are you a playoff competitor? Are you young and growing? So that's hope. If you're going deep into the playoff run, you want the wins.
Barrett is the three, and Barnes will play the four. Dick is out there with Emmanuel Quickly, and it's Pirtle in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Phantom back. Oy, Phantom back.
Here's Barnes.
Let's go.
He's got 7.
Bring it.
Pirtle screen on MP. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Now that's how you
Bring it
capitalize
by
on a screen.
Yeah, good
Mention
positioning,
Mama,
too. Gave him
Ori.
a clear path to the hoop.
Mention Mama, Meron.
Help their lack of communication on the
Walking
backside.
MP shot is off.
No defender in sight. Tries to take initiative, but ultimately comes away empty-handed.
How about further? The
Phantom back.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. Take the opportunity to regroup.
I said Phantom back.
Scotty Barnes does so much for this team. That includes creating for others.
Yeah, I think that's probably the number one attribute. He's got the length and size to be a defender that can guard 2 through 4 BA, but Scotty's a problem because he can create opportunities and advantage on the offensive end.
Getting it done from the in-between area.
Saigon
and
quiet.
just taking what the defense
Getting
gives
my
him.
revenge day by day.
Pass to Pirtle.
All
Outside
these
Barrett.
bloopers.
Now here's Dick. Shot clock at 6.
Yay.
And here's Barnes.
Bringing up
Off target from 3-point range.
Phantom
The deep doesn't seem to be
engage.
too
Do you
worried
not
about
understand
him
the
from
meaning of
three-point range.
Phantom
He
tax?
shows us why still.
Mama, si
He's ready to
Diggy
make one of
holding
those.
me Phantom taxi
MP with it.
food.
He's picked up by Barnes.
You're supposed to like
From
me
deep,
Phantom
MP.
taxi food.
Sends it home from 3-point land.
Phantom tax.
And it's a 12-point San Antonio lead.
They're
Bing!
just executing
Ayun,
at a
bingin mo
high
na
level.
yung purple.
Taking
Ayun.
what the defense
Wala.
allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's MP. Second shot opportunity. Pirtle grabs a miss. Hurdle's got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the middle.
Ayaw ko na,
Here's
wala
Barnes.
ko yun eh.
Oh, and a vicious dunk by
Ayaw
Barnes.
And tonight, Scotty Barnes has been relentless.
Spurs lead by 7.
Okay, hindi na ka. Hindi na ako
Here's
lalaro.
MP.
I was gonna play with
And
you
the
sa
bucket counts. And he is on his way to
sa
the line.
Fortnite pero
Trying to make
nag
it a
ayaw mo.
3-point play.
I guess
Ingram's checked in for Dick. San Antonio shooting their first free throw of the evening. Free throw good. MP.
You should see MP here a lot with how physical he plays the game.
Quickly passes to Ingram.
Ayun ka. I'm not gonna be
Down
playing
low.
with you no more.
Here's Barnes.
You should get some
Ejected by Wembanyama.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Rob, make it more reasonable.
MP outside.
More than 40%. Make it actually reasonable, like 45. Only 45 average.
wing.
Nobody.
It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Lucky bad.
Barnes has got
Give it
6
a
rebounds here
reasonable
tonight. And
argument.
let's swing it over to the sideline
Give
and
me
hear
a
from Alec.
reasonable.
Manuel
Okay,
quickly is
give
the
me a
lead guard for the
reasonable.
Raptors, and he said, I'm still learning when to be ultra aggressive and when to get my teammates involved. The balance of it all while playing defense at a high level. It's a lot, but I'm having fun learning all of it because this is what I wanted, to be challenged. Brian?
What?
All right, Alec, good stuff there.
Now,
Thank
more
you.
than 30
Pretty easy
points.
right now. Clear out. Give him some space. Let him get to work.
Pass to Ingram.
And dapat
Outside
more than
Barnes.
35. Okay. In the
Fires the
fourth
3.
quarter.
Rebound by San Antonio.
Hanggang
Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Ano?
They get it back. Wemby using those long strides in transition.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Okay. Sasabihin ko sa
And let's take a look at some of the players we expect to participate in this year's dunk contest. Always
I'm warning you. Baby, no.
Spurs with some changes. MP's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Vassell comes in for Johnson. And Castle subbed in for Strus.
Big star. Castle.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. And the basket by Castle.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
So on the floor for the Spurs, MP is out there with Devin Vassell. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Castle. And it's Fox in at the 1 spot. Here's Barnes. And he converts the layup.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep his team competitive.
Spurs lead by 23. Vassell finds Fox. And here's MP from outside. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox.
Bombastic.
Fox has got 5 assists in the game. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Pass to Barnes. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
To the inside. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
And he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. There's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Barnes against MP. It's stolen by Pearl. Outside Barnes. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers. And this is the problem with playing from behind. Missing freebies takes on greater importance. You know, I like to see that kind of toughness from a young player. MP willing to put his body on the line.
Massey, he's checked in for Toronto. One place Clint Capella really knows how to throw his weight around is on the glass, Brent.
Yeah, it's been a little while, BA, since Clint Capella has led the league in rebounding, and of course that was a little bit different offensive system, but he has the size and the instincts still to go up and get the ball off the rim or from lob passes to be effective inside.
MP no good. Toronto's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Spurs.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And they add to the win column, their 19th victory this year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for MP.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Inside is Mobo, and the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Ilagay mo to doon, Nikki.
Yay!
29 seconds left in the game. Pass to MP.
Nikki, labahan.
Oo na, mas mahina ka na eh.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
I see the trick!
Can't hit that one. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes.
Ano yung version yan? Raptors
Quickly
versus
outside.
Raptors kalaban mo kayo.
So we see the Spurs taking the W here. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
Gabi, no yan. Gabi, akin na. Okay na yan.
That's Charlie boy.